everyone, good evening. Welcome to my channel, Bella. Hey Blake, how are we today? So, happy Sunday. And as promised, here we are. We're going to do some polymer clay stripy cake designs. So this can be a tutorial if you like clay. And if you don't like clay, you can simply watch and relax in. Clay is very soothing process, so feel free to stay with me. So at the end of today's training, you will learn two techniques of cane making. The stripe canes, two different techniques. No, same techniques. Apologies. Two techniques in the same way. The stripy cane making. So let's get started with a kind of an easy one. So I have two colors here and I'm going to add some white as well. So guys, welcome again. It's me, Bella, streaming from Sydney. Let's double tap the screen and get down to the chat and tell me which country you're joining from. If you're from Australia, which part of the Australia you are joining. Hello Maria, how are we today? Welcome. Which part of the world you're joining from, Maria? Let's slice the clay first and get the portion that we need for our project. Is it enough? Yep, it's better. I am making two different clay slabs using the stripy techniques, and I'm a polymer clay artist. These are my creations: earrings, bookmarks, and keyrings and pens. That's my product line. While I'm doing that, I'm always happy to share what I know with others. So my streamings are all about sharing what I know with other people. So if anybody likes clay, they can learn, and they also can be a polymer clay artist, so we can grow together. So today we are doing the stripe clay cane designs using two different techniques, and this is the first one. This is my new production. It's a magnet. Let me show you. And it can be a fidget as well. So it's a magnet that and the fidget. If someone's anxious, especially the shy kid, so they can have that in their hand. It gives a sensation, kind of a sensory effect. Hi Niroka, how are we today? Thanks Maria, you can stay with me and let's do this together. So that's my blue color, my purple. It's good evening for me, Niraka. Good morning to you. So this one is translucent. The reason I'm adding translucent is very easy for me to work with that. So the brand that I'm using is Coffee Sofel. Niraka. Guys, our condolence. One of our good friends, her name is Rosie. Unfortunately, she passed away, I think yesterday night or today morning. So it's so sad to hear that she went through that struggle and the process. Let's keep in her our prayers and pray her soul to find the comfort that she was looking for. guys, it's gently my reminder. This streaming is very peaceful and respectful streaming. If it's not your place, feel free to move on to the next. And appreciate if you're gonna stay. Appreciate if you respect to everybody gonna be here. Good emotional matter. We'll talk about it a little later. So sad. Okay guys, I'm adding the translucent to my clay and we start conditioning. So once you condition your clay, it will be easy to bend and add some details and designs onto your clay. If you straight got into your project without conditioning your clay, the drawback side tend to crack during the process of baking. Also, it has less durability, so make sure you take your time and condition your clay. ගෙම්බෙක් හදනාක මට ඕඩර් එකක් තියෙනවා බුක්මාර්ක්ස් හදන ඕඩර් එකක්. ඒකත් එක්කම මම ගෙම්බෙක් හදන්න. Alright, our purple clay is ready. Leave it there and let's get the blue one condition. I'm gonna cut this into small pieces and mix it in my hand. If you have a pasta rolling machine or a clay machine, feel free to use that, guys. That one is quick and fast. It's my real voice, but what to do? Not everybody blessed with a voice like you guys, you know. Unfortunately, that's my real voice, sorry. Okay, I use a blade upside down. Name, which part of the world you're shining from? Alrighty, let's mix this clay. It's nearly ready. I'm going to run this through my pasta machine to make sure all the colors combine well. Fold it. Hi, marvelous. Is it a Saturday night for you or the Sunday morning? Alrighty, that clay also ready to use. There are a few air bubbles. Let me take them off. Marvelous. Today we are going to do some stripy clay cane designs using two techniques. It's 11:30, 11:15, so you're still on Saturday. I'm in the future. Okay, a little bit large. I take some So what we're going to do next is, guys, roll the clay and make a ball. After that, use your finger, just roll on your one end and make a teardrop shape. Hey Top, how are you today? Top, say hi to Marvelous. He's from California. He's one of our regular. He or she. Okay, and we do the same with this one. Roll your clay onto a ball and simply use your finger and roll on your one end to make a teardrop shape. So the reason we got these colors and the shapes is we're going to use the Skinner blend technique. We call this as teardrop Skinner blend because it's got the teardrop shape. Hi Sarah, it's one day in your country. Let me guess, you're also from States but in a different state, is that right? I'm streaming from Sydney and Marvelous is in California. Top is joining from Sri Lanka and Black is from Australia. So we have friends all around the world. So, and we flatten it a little bit. In between these two, what I'm gonna do, add a little bit of white color. You will see why I'm adding some white color. It gives you the kind of nice texture when you are blending the clay together. Do it on one teardrop like that. Then we're gonna add the next teardrop next to it and simply push them all together. And after that, we're gonna kind of trying to get the rectangle or a square shape. Very easy step to follow. Let me drink some water, guys. I'm still recovering. My voice come and go. Every time when I'm travel, when I'm coming back, I bring something with me. Kind of a memory. Alrighty, this is ready to go. What I'm going to do is use my rolling pin and give it a little roll before I put this in the pasta machine. If you don't have pasta machine, don't worry guys, you can use your rolling pin. It's too big to handle, so I'm going to cut a small piece. And then roll it. Alrighty, now we're going to run this through the pasta machine and do the Skinner blend on these three colors. So I'm going to press this in a little bit so I can put that through the machine quicker and easily. I'm going to turn my camera towards the pasta machine side so you can see what's happening here. What we're going to do next is, for this one, surely going to do the other way, as I got a little bit of boo-boo there. Alrighty, Let's put this to the machine again. Fold it. Let's fold this end. As you can see, there are some air bubbles. Air bubbles are not our friends, guys. So make sure you get your tissue blade and pop these air bubbles out. So those are the mistakes that I did when I was a beginner. I ignored these air bubbles, and during the baking process, it's tend to pop. When it's popping, the clay, the product gonna tend to crack. So make sure you take the air bubbles off before you're rolling. I'm sure that you can see it starts blending. And another tip to the beginners, when you do the Skinner blend, if you use the teardrop Skinner blend, the color stays on the color. If you use a Simon Skinner blend, it doesn't. It's all gonna blend together. It's getting there. Let's do a few more rounds. Likes to people watching. If you are enjoying what we are doing here, let's double tap the screen, guys, and appreciate the video. And if you're new to my channel, Bella's Creations, don't forget to click on the bell icon so you will get the notifications of the streamings like this. And every day we do something new and we can do happy playing. A few more rounds. As you can see, it starts blending beautifully. Look at that, guys. And look, my clay is coming nearly to the end, like another maximum. If you want to do more blending, what you could do is shrink this clay and run this through again. But for me, I'm happy with what we got here. So let's start our project again. Hope you can see me. Nice. Let's move these bits away so we have a room to work. Nice. What I'm going to do next is use this sheet onto a slab. Simply bend your clay on this way, the way the colors are kind of blend that, not that way. If you bend that way, you will lose the colors. If you fold it this way, you still have your all the colors. And what we're going to do next is, once you finish folding it, kind of shrink your clay, narrow your clay, press it from the both edges and then from the middle. So you're going to have the same colors, same blend, but it's just more like the small one. we're going to turn this into a rectangle slab, or as you can call it a cane. If you have a tile, you can use your tile to press it. Then you get the even kind of surface. The thing is, I can't find my style. I put it somewhere, I can't find it. Let's use this one. Yeah. If you don't have a tile, you can use a plastic piece like that. So, press it to all the sides. And turn your clay into the rectangle shaped cane. I feel like there's an air bubble. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna give it a little cut and blend it. Okie dokie. Do a few more rounds of pressing. Righto, it's ready to move to the next step. So for the people who just joined now, I'll give you a little reminder of what we do here today. We're gonna create stripy clay canes in two different techniques, and this is the first one. At the beginning, we use two colors, which is purple, blue, actually three colors, purple, blue, and white color. And we did the Skinner blend. After that, using that Skinner blend clay patch, we created this slab. So now we're ready to move to the next round. Before that, what I'm gonna do, I'll get my white colored clay. Actually, I'm gonna be a little bit experimental. I'm gonna use a translucent. The difference between the translucent and the white color, guys, it looks similar like this, but once you bake it, this is gonna be transparent and this is gonna stay white. That's the difference. I'm gonna run this through the pasta machine and flatten it. After that, I need some stripes in the same kind of a height of our clay slab. Let me mark it first and we'll cut it after. So, gonna use this as the measure. we were able to get only 2. What I'm going to do, I'll get my translucent and condition a bit more. Cut your clay. This is a scarf piece of a translucent one. And it's very soft, so you can simply use your fingers to press them and condition. Nice. I'm going to run this through the machine again. Air bubbles. Let's pop them out. Where's my people gone? There's nobody in the chat. Get down to the chat, guys, and tell me who you are, which country you joining from. If we were already in the chat, let's continue the chatting. So, let's get more stripes. I think that's gonna be enough. Keep it for later. Wonderful. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna cut this slab in a different shapes. If you apologies, guys, I need to drink some water again. If you need a curvy shape, you can cut it curvy, and also if you need kind of a straight lines, you can cut it straight. I'm going to use my long tissue blade because if you use a long tissue blade, it's easy to bend and cut the curvy lines, but don't bend too much. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna insert our translucent here and cover it. As you can see, my translucent clay is a little bit higher than the other one. So what we're going to do is cut this excess off. Do it gently. Don't cut your fingers. If you have a pointer blade like that, you can use it. Wonderful. If you like the thinner line, you can make your, the stripe thinner. But I'm happy with what we got here. As we're going to be reducing the clay, I need a little bit thickness there. And where's my blade? I'm going to do another cut here. See guys, that's bad, that's a mistake. that you should avoid. There's a little air bubble which I didn't know it exists, and it's created a hole in the middle. What I'm actually gonna do, cut this first. And insert. Nice. We can cut off the extra bits. Be gentle and mindful, don't cut your fingers. In between because we are switching to two colors, make sure you clean your blade, otherwise the color is going to be mixed. It's okay, but if you want a clear project, if you are mixing the wrong colors in the wrong time, that's not going to be looks good. So what we're going to do next is we're going to give it a cut like that. And insert your translucent and put it back. It's like a little surgery. Let's cut the excess off. And press them all together. If you're happy, you can stop here. If you want to add more curves, add more lines, and also guys, if you want to add more colors, like the stripes, feel free to do that. It's the time that you can do it. We can't do it after. I'm just thinking maybe we'll add one here. I'm not sure, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my cutter. So it's easy for me to wrap these little beads than the other one. Let's cut off the excess. And then insert it. Is it that way or this way? This way. Okay. Nice. And I'm going to do a tiny little cut here. Cut off the excess bit and Do it gently. It's a tiny bit here. Wonderful. Let's clean our surface. We don't need the translucent anymore for this project. Righto. Now, before we move to the next part, as you can see, there's a, oops, goodness, my camera nearly fell off. There's a little bit translucent here. I'm going to take that one off. Let me fix the camera, guys. Wonderful. So we're going to combine them all together. Press it gently. If you like this design, shall we all double tap the screen to appreciate the video, people? Hi, Prasadaya, Komada. Prasadaya, Rosiaka, and Harikana Gardenera. As you can see, there's a little bit of a different color there, so I'm gonna pick it, take it off, use your finger to blend it. So this design, it's a curved stripes. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna reduce this. You can use your hands to reduce it, or else you can use a tile. වෙලා තියෙන්නේ මොකක්ද කොහොමද නැතිනේ කියන්න මම දන්නේ ප්‍රසාදාය මොන දේ වුණත් කෙනෙක් දුක් වෙනදී හරි කනගාටු ස්පෙෂලි ආවගේ කයින්ඩ් කෙනෙක් මම ඇත්තටම උදේ පන්සල් ගියා යාට ඊට පස්සේ මෙඩිටේට් කරලා මෙරිට් පාස් කළා ඉක්මනට හොඳ වෙන්න කියලා බ්ලෙස් කරා at least ආගේ සනසීනාට හම්බෙන්නේ නැති කියලා හිතම නේද Alrighty, we are reducing our clay cane. So this is gonna be our front and the end. These are the edges, so I want my clay to roll this way. Guys, if you don't just join, don't forget to double tap the screen and appreciate the video. Also, if you're new to our channel, Bella's Creations, click on the bell icon and stay connected with me for future projects like this. So we're in the process of creating 2 stripy clay canes using 2 different techniques, and this is our first one. We are nearly there. So now we start reducing the clay cane. Use your fingers to press it. If you don't want your clay design to be sorted, use your tile. This bit is slow process because sometimes you want to do it quicker. Even though you want to be fast, the process needs its own time. So don't rush, take your time, do it slowly. done for. So from this point, if you are confident and happy to do it, you can put your fingers like that and simply pull the clay out. In that way, you can release your cane. Don't worry about the edges. It's going to be distorted anyway if you're pulling like that. So what I'm going to do once I pull it to some extent, I'm going to use my little soil and press it again. Our design is not that one. Our design is hidden inside. I think I'm happy the size of the cane. What we're gonna do next, guys, we're gonna see what the design looks like inside. Let's do it together. Trim the edges. Wow, I like it. So that's a cool stripe design that we were looking for. Don't throw these bits. Keep it. You can use it as a filler, or else you can add it into your clay patch. So I'm gonna slice this out. Another tip from me to you guys, if you feel like your clay is too soft to cut, you can rest this for a few minutes. Since we don't have much time, the next option you can do is put this in the freezer for 5 to 10 minutes until it's ready. So I can still cut it, but it's gonna distort the design. Well, I don't want to do that, so let's quickly put this in the freezer for 5 minutes and we prepare for our other technique. Until then, give me 30 seconds, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay there for me. Hi, Nine and Shit. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Thanks for waiting for me, people. Love you guys. So, if you just join and don't know what we are doing here, I'll give you a little bit of brief before we move to the second technique. So this was the first technique that I showed. How to create stripy clay cane for our clay projects. You can do earrings like that using this clay project, or else a keyring like that. Use beads, make beads to make a keyring like that. So you can do different projects based on your interest. So to make this clay pattern, we use purple, white and blue colors, and we combine them all to the teardrop skinner blend. After that, we reduce it to the clay cane like a square shape, and then once we reduced it, this is the design that we got. ඒකන තන්නමයි නානජි thank you. මනාටි කරන්න කියලා අපි හදන්නේ clay canes දෙකක්, two different techniques වලින්. This is the first one, and we put this in the freezer because we are in a hurry. Otherwise, you can rest it for 20 to 30 minutes. But if you're in a rush, you can put it in a freezer for 5 minutes or so, then it will come to the desired hardness. You can easily cut it without distorting. So let's get ready for our second technique. That technique, believe me, I'm going to use lots of colors, well, lots of shades in the same color scheme, and some foil and glitter as well. It's going to be fun. So these are the colors that we're going to use for the second technique. I'll leave it here. Once our clay can ready, we'll do the designs with that after. These are the colors that we're going to use for the second technique. I already prepared it, so there's less waiting time for you guys. See, I cut my finger. It's not a deep cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 5 colors that we will be using for our second clay cane technique. We're going to do the stripes. Nice. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to choose maybe this one. I'm going to add some foil as well because I need a little bit of glitter and shine. Let's pick and choose which color you're going to use. We have plenty here. You can use gold, but we're going to choose something match with our color scheme. Red, nah, not this time. Purple. It's a beautiful color, but it's not matched with our clay. I think we'll go with the gold color. Let me pull that out. I don't need the whole thing, so what I'm going to do, I'll open it. Only the part that I need. Put it on my clay. Take it out. Righto. So what I'm going to do next is we're going to cut little circles on this using, and after that I'll be using the extruder. I haven't used the extruder for a while, so I will show you guys what the extruder can do to get the magic effect. It's a magical effect. After my first use of using extruder, I kind of fall in love with that. So put the foil, not the foil, it's a flat wrap. Put your clear wrap on top of the clay. It's simply to prevent the clay touches and stick on your cutter. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut circles. I'm gonna do as much as I could. Not gonna be the full one, that's okay. Do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I didn't think I used the maximum out of it. Maybe the 10 here. Yeah, the half. And this 1, 2, 3, do this one next. 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of a 7.5. And this one, kai. Oh, the clay can there. The kai 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. Okay. Nice and clean. It's another trick for you guys if you're a beginner. Use a clear wrap when you're cutting it. मैं आप सेकंड टेक्निक कॉपी करवाने आप स्ट्राइप टेक्निक्स यूज करला स्ट्राइप लेके समय आधा आगे आने this didn't cut properly. Either this one. I forgot to put my phone here, the notifications. So since I don't have much this green color, I'm going to use this bit as a again. And trying to cut a few more. Maybe that's enough on that one. Let's take the excess off. As you can see, some didn't cut through properly. So we are using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors for these techniques. And if you like, you can use different color shades, but I try to stick with the same color palette because I need like that. But if you wanna add different colors, different color palettes, that's totally fine. There's no right or wrong with your creations because it's represent your mood. It's represent your need. So for me, for my creations, I need this color palette. I'm gonna do a few more cuts. And 3. Okay, that's enough for that one. I'll do this one last because it's got some glitter on it. It's gonna be a bit messy. Oh dear, everything got stuck here. little peppermints. I'm going to use these scraps and run this through the pasta machine and get a few more cuts. The color that I'm cutting now is kind of a bronze color, and it also has some gold dust effect. It's not straight from the pack, guys. This is one of the leftovers from my previous projects. Okay, let's do the dark brown. That also got stuck. Let's take them off slowly. Oh, little tiny buttons. Are you guys ready for the Monday? I know Marvelous and Sarah, you from States. You still have your Sunday, but we're talking about Monday. Okay. I'm gonna run this through the pasta machine and get a couple of more. This is a boring part, I know that, guys, because the preparation takes time. Sometimes it's too boring to wash, but if you want to know how to make it, it's worth washing. That's enough. Let's get into this messy thing. I need to clean my cutter after that because it might have some glitter on it. Okay, 4 more to go. See? Oh, got stuck in there. Okie dokie. Nice. Let me put this guy away from all the clay. Just give it a wipe on my cutter before I forget it. Alrighty, we're ready to move to the next step. The next step is, guys, arranging your clay in an order that you want it. So, the first one that you want to put comes first. Not in a particular order, but in a random way. I'll be adding this little rounds and makeup. Stack on it, out of it, like that. So, if you see what's come out from the extruder, you will be amazed. So you don't go anywhere. Stay there with us till to the end. a random order, we are adding our clay pieces. I think it's gonna be enough. So I'm gonna stop after I use the last bit of it's falling apart. Have a look like guys. I don't know whether you can see it. It's gonna be looks really good once we extrude. Done. Last bit. Wonderful. We finish. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, combine them all. I'm gonna put these guys away. Roll it. And create a little tube. I feel like it's more like army colors, isn't it? Love those colors. So we're gonna kind of reduce it to the thickness that we can put that inside the extruder. Let's unwind the extruder. Bit more. A little bit more. Then pure. Way to the back. Wonderful. It's too big. I can't put that in. So what I'm gonna do, simply give it a little roll and release your clay stick. I really like these colors. As I said, it's more like the forces colors. Alrighty. Gonna put that inside. That's the maximum that we could go. So I'm gonna cut it here. We can save this for our future projects. And for this one, I'll be using this extruder blade. Put that on your extruder cap and put the cap on. Now we are ready to extrude. I'll put this on this way so you can see what's coming out. It starts coming out. Hold it up. But the magic is hidden inside. You can't see the design yet. It's inside. So you got to wait until we finish extruding. And we're gonna lay them out in a clay patch. After that, we're gonna cut that through and see what the design looks like. I'll be holding it like that. It's easy. It's gonna be a long snake. We are nearly there. Bit more to go. few more rounds. Yeah. Make sure you clean your extruder or do it after. Because it's take time. Nice, we have a long snake. There's a little bit of hiccup here. What we're gonna do next is lay this on our background clay patch. I'm gonna use this color clay as the background. So what I'm gonna do, I run this through the pasta machine and gonna flatten it. Wonderful, but I'll do one more time. Double check whether you have any air bubbles. If there are air bubbles, pop them out. Wonderful. So what I'm going to do next is cut this in a square shape. Wonderful. And then next we're going to work with this little long snake. I just want to show you what's the design here. But the beauty of this is when you use the extruder, once you cut it, the design you see here, it's going to be different all the way through. Every cut gives you the unique design. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to layer it on my clay patch. So this is the second technique I'm showing you today. How to make stripy clay slabs or clay cane. The first one that we used is, it's a kind of a curvy one. We haven't used it. We're going to use it and show you what we can do out of it. And this is the second one we are making. And this one gonna be some wavy stripes, not the straight ones. See the design here, it's different to the first one. It's a little bit disordered in the middle. Let's give it a tiny roll. A gentle roll to make sure it's on the same kind of move to the next line. Couple of more rounds to go. And the last one, not enough to cover the rest, so I'll keep it for the next project. So what we're going to do next is press them on a little too gently to make sure it's attached to the clay patch. So this is how it looks like so far. In this side you can see the designs. All the designs going to be different to each other. And what we're going to do next is use this curvy blade and scrape it. We're going to do it a little gently. I'll show you what we have got here. Not sure whether it's visible to you. It's got different designs but curvy lines. And this end also it's got different designs. So that's the other one that we're doing. I think it works well if this one also kind of in a desired hardness. So what I'm going to do, I'll quickly put this in the freezer to settle a little bit because the clay is too soft. When we put the blade through, it's going to get stuck, as you can see. So it's not cutting through because the clay is soft. I'm going to put it in the freezer for a few seconds, not seconds, minutes, to harden it. Then I'll quickly grab this one, then we can continue with this project until this beautiful clay patch gets hardened to the desired hardness. Stay there for me for 30 seconds, guys. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Wonderful, we are back and this is our first clay cane that we make. I'm so excited to use this one. Let's slice this. When you're slicing it, slice it in the same thickness. I did a boo-boo. Didn't cut through properly. The reason we are using the same thickness is it's easy when we are making the clay patch. Look at this beautiful pattern, guys. Imagine once we turn this into beautiful earrings like that, how it's gonna be, and also a beautiful bead like that, how that design is gonna be. Let's do it now and see how it's gonna look like for earring or a bead. So if you missed seeing me making this clay cane, you can simply go back and watch the replay. Or else I'll bring a quick video, the fast moves, how you do that. Okay, I think we have enough cuts here. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to turn into a clay patch. You can choose a base color. I'm going to use white for my base nice clay patch. If you like purple or blue, you can use that as well. Roll your clay and make it thick. Thinner, not thick, thinner. Because it's going to be double layered. See? Otherwise, the thickness is going to be too much. So I'm trying to get the thinner clay patch. It's better. Like that thickness. Wonderful. So what we're going to do next is layer these slices on your clay patch. Actually, since I had translucent, I think rather than the white color, the translucent gives you the better effect. Change my mind. I'm going to use the translucent as the background clay patch. Roll it one more round. Nice. So that's our translucent clay patch. I cut that into kind of a square shape. Easy to work with. And we're going to layer these little slices in an order that you want your design on your clay. I'm going to put blue in the corner. You can mix and match. That's what I'm going to do. Or else if you want the blue in the same way, you can lay that out. But I'm going to mix and match. Just putting in different order. I think it's going to look good. Shall we all double tap the screen if you forgot to do it so far, guys? And appreciate the video. We have a few more spots here. Let me cut 2 more slices. Mama, I again. Quite again. Yeah, not tonight, Ma. Alrighty. Here we go. Alrighty, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my rolling pin and slightly roll on it. I'm going to put the color because sometimes when you roll it, your clay tends to stick onto the rolling pin. To avoid it, I put the baking paper on top of the clay patch. මේ කලර් ඩිසයින් එක මෑනේජර් තාත්තම ඉගෙන ගන්නකොට පුළුවන් ගෙදර ඉඳන් ක්ලේ ආර්ට් එකක් කරන්න. ආර්ට් අය වගේ නම් ගිටාර් එක ආටිස්ටික් නේ නම් මගේ වයස කොහොමද? Alrighty. Once I roll it, this is how it looks like. What I did was when I'm layering them out, I did the blue on blue and the opposite sides, but if you don't like it, you can lay it out on the way that you want it. And also, you can use different texture rollers to get the texture on this clay patch. Let me show you. I've got few. This one gives you this effect. And this one which is more like, not it's bumpy. And this one has the kind of a flower effect, but you got to be mindful. This also has a texture different design on the clay. When you put a design on the design, it can be too busy and you won't see the best out of your hard work. As you can see, we took nearly an hour to create this clay patch with tiny teeny details. So make sure you choose what effect you want your clay. I'll be rather happy to use the leather effect. This is a leather effect roller, or else this is the kind of the how I'm going to show you. I'll show you. It gives you this kind of effect, and that's a leather effect. So that's the other effect. I might use this one for that. Let's see how it's going to turn out. So when you're rolling it, don't press too much. Do it slowly. Try to keep the same thickness, otherwise when you cut, just do the half. So that's the texture that we got, and this is with no texture, and this is the texture. I like this one. So now we're going to choose a cutter. Gonna mesh with this one. I think the square, round, or kind of stripes, like not the round cutters, but it looks good, right? Maybe this one. That's this one. So that's that shape. Maybe that looks good. That's a round cutter. Maybe let's see. So let's go through the cutters and choose the cutter as well. This is a triangle one. It looks good. This is kind of a U-shape one. I use this one, triangle. Okay. So let's position our cutter. What I'm going to do when I'm cutting, I lay a clear wrap to prevent the sticking onto my cutter. If you don't have a clear wrap, the other technique is, guys, you can wet your cutter slightly, and that also help you to prevent. Honestly, for me, it works sometimes, not all the time, so I prefer to use the clear wrap. Alright. Use your blade to lift that up. Don't use your finger. It's because once you use your finger, if it's stuck on the paper, it's tend to bend, which is unfortunately not good because it's kind of distort the shape of your art piece. What I'm gonna do is my picking tool. Remove the edges. If you are not much confident, do it on your flat surface. It's too stubborn and stuck around, so I'm using my needle tool to walk around the cutting and bring that part out. So use your needle tool to smoothen the edges. If you don't have a needle tool, don't worry guys, simply use a toothpick or just a safety pin. It does the same work. That's what I used to choose before I purchased these tools and things. When I'm a kind of a beginner to the polymer clay, I didn't purchase all the things at once. I purchased all the essentials like, the blades and stuff. Then slowly, I added things to my collection. If you like to try polymer clay and don't have clay, you can watch my long videos. It's not long, it's just 3 minutes or so. I actually shared how you can make your own clay at home. It's not polymer clay, it's air dry clay. But it's good for practice. You can check my videos if you like to practice some clay work before you purchase polymer clay or any clay from shops. Alrighty, that's done. That's going to be the top. It's going to be the top. And that's another pair of earrings we just created using this clay cane. How we use this clay cane is using these two colors of the clay and add some translucent in between. If you missed watching me doing this one, you can simply watch the replay, or else I'll bring a short video in a fast forward moment so you can do your own. So the next one, before I move to the other clay cane, I'll show you how we're gonna do a bead. To do that, I'm gonna use this leftovers. Save this one to create a few more earrings. So to do bead, since I already flattened the design, I'm gonna use this kind of a mold. Otherwise, if you don't have something like that, you can simply use your hand. What I'll do, simply fill this little clay and put the filler. Filler means the same leftover clay, the scraps. using this little cutter to cut a circle and put it around this. And simply ලස්සනයි නේද නානජේ? Sorry guys. Roll it in your hand. And that's a beautiful bead that we just created using this clay patch. So with these beads you can make amazing key rings. I'll show you a few that I did previously. So these are the key rings that we created, these different designs. This one is the Centangle design, the purple. That one is Mokomegane design. So different designs on different things. So I'm going to create a beautiful key ring using this bead. So that's it. Let's make another one. To make a key ring like that, you need at least 5 beads. I'm going to use this leftover patch. That's another prasadaya. Gonna give it a cut. Press it through this. And use this like in a bit and pieces as a filler. Running out, so I'm going to use this one. To cover that, so it's got the proper design on it. And simply roll it in your hand. Mama take tarai imako. Hi Sashiro, long time no see. Koda. Am I Katara Prasadaya? What I have done. So that's the second bead that we just created. To make the key ring, at least you need 5. What you can do is you can mix and match the colors, like put 2 or 3 design ones, and you can put few plain color. Since the dark I might use, I might not use, but it depends on your flavor of choice. You can add some. Kohmada Sashira, what's happening? What's new with you? Manada alutteva. බලන්නකෝ අපේ ප්‍රසාදය මායික තරාවලාලු අන්න ගියා. Extruder. Anyway, what I'm gonna do, I'll do one more bead and we'll move to the next clay cane because we are running out of time. And I'm running out of battery too. I'll quickly show you the next clay cane and what we could do quickly. Otherwise, we won't be able to finish it today. ප්‍රසාදය මම මොනාරි ඉතින් දෙන දෙයක් කළාද තරවෙන්න? සාමාන්‍යම කරන කමින් නෙමෙයි. Gonna use the cutter, fix it. Do follow again, and roll it in your hands. As you can see, this is a little bit distorted. Doesn't have the proper lines because you use the leftover ones. Not bad. Wonderful. And as you can see, this is the clay clan we created. Hi Marvelous, thank you so much. ඒකනේ වැඩි වීඩියෝ කරොත් මැටි ගොඩයක් මෙතන තියලා අනන අයන. Anyway, this is the clay can we used, and these are the colors we used to make this clay cane. And with that clay cane, we use this design, and from that design, we made these beautiful earrings and beads. ඔක්කොමලා නෙවෙයි ගැන මම දන්න අය නිතරම මගේ channel එකට එන අය වයින් කරා. I'm gonna review it in a month. මාසකින් review කරනවා. If you're not being good, I'm putting a note corner. Just kidding, guys. I'm just joking. Alrighty, guys, stay with me. I'll quickly go grab the other clay can from the freezer, which I put in the freezer to harden it. Then I'll show you quickly what we're going to do with that. Don't go anywhere, stay there with me. Thanks for waiting, guys. I'm back, and this was our second project for today's. And the technique that we used is the extruder. If you don't know what's extruder, this is the extruder. We use the extruder to get this clay pattern, and I'm going to reveal how the design looks like. So instead of this blade, we will be using this blade to cut through. Let's try it out. Watch your fingers when you're doing it, because this side also sharp and that side also sharp. You might cut your fingers. You need strong muscles to cut it, which I'm struggling a little bit. I need to eat more. Oh dear. Few more lines to cut through, then I'll reveal you the design. Hang on there. චුට්ටි දකින්න මේක කට් කරන්න හරි අමාරුයි. ඒක කට් කරලා ඉවර වෙච්ච ගමන් මම ආයෙත් ඩිසයින් එක පෙන්නන්නම් ටිකස් ගාලා. So today we are using two different techniques to create stripy clay canes. These stripy clay canes are not usual like straight stripes. They can be curvy and different patterns. Last bit. Alrighty. I've done all the hard work. And this is how it looks like. It's got different pattern all over. If I give you a closer look, dots, mixed colors, and the glitter shines. And that's our stripy designed clay patch which is created using the extruder technique. Since it's got a texture, it's gonna be looks really good on earrings. And don't throw these scrap pieces, guys. It's gonna be really worth when you are doing the mixed media project. I'll be saving these bit and pieces to do the mixed media project. ඒවයිනේ වෙනස් එක අලුත් ටෙක්නික් එකක් මම second time තමයි කරේ ඒක ලස්සනයි but it takes time. It's beautiful. So I thought to share that with you. If you are a clay artist, make sure you try this out and tag me. I'm more than happy to come and support you guys as well. Let me fine tune it a little bit more. Cut through and even the surface. Wonderful. යනවාද හරි සශිරු පරිස්සමෙන් සතුටින් සැනසීමෙන් ඉන්න මම ස්ට්‍රීම් කරන්නෙත් Wednesday අපි Wednesdayට හැමෙම බලන්න තාට. Alrighty, for this one I'll be making some earrings. Before do that, I'm gonna give it a little roll. I'll roll it this end because if you roll this side, it's gonna distort the design. So I'll roll it gently and I'm gonna do only one side. Use my cutter. Angles looks good. Cut that through while it's inside the cutter. Sunday එනවා Sundays කරනවා ඊළඟ දවස් අද Sunday නේ ඊළඟ දවස් මම Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Sunday. Those are the live streaming days that I got chosen because with my other works and studies just don't have time. It's very organic design, guys. If you like this, don't forget to double tap the screen and appreciate the video. And let's do the other one as well. I'm going with the same line because this design is different to that one. Since we are doing the pair of earrings, I prefer to have the same design on it. Forgot the direction this way, yeah, cut that way. Okay, totally forgot. Let's do, yeah, because this cutter in different direction, it's different angles. Forgot to piece it before I take off the cutter, that's fine. And that's a beautiful pair. Alrighty guys, now it's time for bed to go because I'm running out of battery. I told you. So thank you so much. Ichittu katemakaage my prasadaya. Thank you so much for joining with me and enjoying the claying together. Don't forget to double tap the screen before you go, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to click on the bell icon to stay connected with me. So So my next streaming day is Wednesday. Until then, you can simply watch my short videos or a long videos which I brings few tutorials. And stay safe, stay happy.